Hey everyone, welcome back to the deep dive.
Hmm.
Ready for another deep dive with me? Today we're tackling language learning. Got some really cool stuff to share from this English teacher, Teacher Sam, and
Oh, cool.
yeah, you want to take notes on this one.
Awesome. I'm always down to explore new ways to learn. What's so special about this teacher Sam? What caught your eye?
Well, for starters, Teacher Sam says you can learn vocabulary, speaking, A&D grammar all at the same time.
Whoa, hold on.
I know, right?
Usually those are like totally separate things you work on, right?
Totally.
So is this method like revolutionary or just like a repackaging of the same old stuff?
We'll see. But that's what we're diving into today.
I'm intrigued. Let's hear it. How does teacher Sam actually do it?
All right, so let's say you're learning new words.
Okay.
Like confident and improve. Teacher Sam gives you the definitions, examples, the whole 9 yards.
Mhm.
But here's the twist. Instead of like drilling flashcards, you immediately start using the words
Oh, wow.
by speaking them in full sentences even.
And
Like, I feel confident when I improve my English.
so it's not just passively recognizing the word, it's
Right.
like actively recalling it and using it.
You got it. And guess what? The grammar lesson is built right in.
No way.
Yeah. So while you're saying she feels confident, you're also naturally learning about present simple tense.
So you're like seeing it in action?
Exactly. No boring grammar rules,
Yeah.
just natural examples.
That's actually really smart.
Right. And this is reminding me of...
That reminds me of how kids learn their first language.
Oh, yeah,
They
totally.
don't use textbooks,
They just pick it up.
They just absorb it by hearing and using the language. It's way more intuitive, and research actually shows it's super effective for fluency.
And get this. Teacher Sam doesn't stop there. It gets even cooler.
Okay, I'm listening.
They introduce another layer of vocabulary.
Like what?
Adjective-noun pairs, like proud and pride, jealous and jealousy.
Oh, that's good.
But instead of just listing them out, you actually get to practice these word pairs
How?
in mini dialogues.
Whoa, that's a cool idea.
Right.
Dialogues are seriously so powerful for learning a language
I know.
because you're actually seeing how the word is used naturally
In real conversation.
in context.
Yes.
And they bring in the emotional connection too.
It's not just about knowing a word, it's about knowing how to use it.
Exactly.
Right.
Like think about a time you were super proud of something.
Okay.
You probably remember exactly how you felt and what you said
Totally.
because of those strong emotions.
And Teacher Sam uses situations that everyone can relate to.
Like what?
Well, there's this one about a friend getting a promotion and the other person feeling jealous.
Woo!
And you put yourself in that situation and imagine what you'd say.
Yeah.
Suddenly, those words aren't just vocab words. They're tools to express your real feelings.
Right.
That's the power of this method.
It's like preparing you for real life.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
not just theoretical, it's practical.
I like it. I'm into it.
Me too.
So what else does Teacher Sam have up their sleeve?
Oh, there's more.
Okay, let's hear it.
So remember those adjective-noun pairs?
Yeah.
They don't just stay in dialogue form. You actually learn how to transform sentences
Oh.
using those pairs. So something like, she is proud of her work
Okay.
can become, her pride is inspiring.
So you're getting a feel for grammar by playing with these transformations.
Exactly.
Like learning the different ways you can build a house with the same set of bricks.
That's a great analogy.
And by messing around with the structure, you're internalizing the rules without even realizing it.
It's like sneaking in the grammar while you're focused on expressing yourself.
Exactly.
But to really make sure you get... Teacher Sam has this fun exercise.
Oh, fun.
I like exercises.
It's a fill-in-the-blank challenge using all the vocab you've learned.
Okay, sounds cool. Can we try it?
Yeah. Okay, first one. He was proud of his success. Easy, right?
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
Okay, now try this one. The child's curiousness led to many questions.
Curiousness. Okay, so it feels natural to just put in curious.
Right.
But wait, the sentence needs a noun. Uh-huh.
You see.
It makes you think about the different forms of a word.
And how to actually use them correctly.
I see.
It's not just about knowing the meaning, it's about using it in a sentence.
Okay, I'm ready for another one.
Okay, next one. She felt anxious or anxiousness before the speech.
Ooh, this one gives you options. Anxious or
What
anxiousness.
do you have to choose?
It makes you really think about the difference.
Right, like is it an adjective or a noun?
Yeah, and the context of the sentence tells you it needs the adjective anxious.
You got it. See how these simple exercises?
They're simple, but they make you
They
think.
make you think hard.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Their confused confusion was obvious in the exam.
Yeah, this one is all about context.
Yes.
The sentence needs a noun, so confusion is the right answer.
You're on a roll. It's amazing how Teacher Sam combines vocab grammar and critical thinking all in these little exercises.
It's like a super efficient way to learn.
I'm impressed.
Me too.
Yeah,
And guess what? It doesn't stop there.
there's more.
Teacher Sam actually encourages you to go even further by creating your own written sentences using the new words.
Oh,
That's like,
that's so important.
I know. And it's something that's often missing in the traditional way of learning languages.
Yeah, it's like taking the training wheels off the bike.
Exactly.
You're not just repeating what someone else said, you're actually creating your own language.
You're a language creator.
It's like the difference between reading a recipe and actually cooking.
Ooh, I like that.
You only truly understand the ingredients when you actually make something yourself.
It's true.
So yeah, Teacher Sam's method really makes you an active part of the learning.
Instead of just passively listening.
You're in the driver's seat.
Love it.
Yeah.
So we've talked about vocabulary grammar, but what about actually speaking out loud?
Oh yeah, that's crucial too.
Teacher Sam encourages you to practice speaking, even if it's just to yourself.
Might sound silly, but it works.
It's actually super effective.
You're using multiple senses when you speak out loud, which helps you remember things better.
And it helps you get comfortable with the sounds of the language.
Totally. Like,
Yeah.
think of it as rehearsing for a play.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't just read your lines in your head
You got to say them out loud.
to get the flow and the emotion right.
So true. And speaking of emotions,
Emotions are key.
Teacher Sam really emphasizes that.
They believe that connecting language to your own experiences and feelings makes it way more meaningful.
Makes sense.
It's like the difference between memorizing facts and telling a story.
Ooh, interesting.
Stories make us feel things,
I pause in.
and we remember them better.
So how does Teacher Sam bring emotion into language learning?
Well, first of all, the dialogues are about things we all experience.
Like jealousy and pride.
Exactly. Things that make us feel something. But Teacher Sam also wants you to make the learning personal
How?
by using the new vocab to talk about your own WAN life, your dreams, your fears.
So it's not just textbook examples.
Nope.
It's about making the language relevant to you.
Exactly. The more you connect new info to your own life, the better you'll remember it.
That's powerful. And you know what? It's not just for language learning.
What do you mean?
This idea of connecting things to your own life, making it personal,
Yeah.
that's helpful for learning anything.
That's true. No matter what you're trying to learn, make it meaningful to you.
Well said.
So what's next in this deep dive? What else did we learn from Teacher Sam?
Yeah, it makes you wonder if you could use this for more than just language.
Right. Like, what if you could learn to code this way?
Coding.
Yeah, think about it. You start with the basic vocabulary of coding, the commands, syntax, all that.
Okay.
But instead of just memorizing definitions, you immediately start writing simple programs.
So you're actually using the code right away.
Exactly. And just like those dialogues bring language to life, you could have coding challenges that feel like real-world situations,
Oh, interesting.
like trying to build a simple calculator app or a program that sorts data.
So the coding terms become tools to solve problems.
Right. Not just abstract concept. And what about the grammar of coding? All those rules and structures.
You learn them by seeing them in action within those programs.
So it's like learning grammar by reading a good book instead of just memorizing rules.
Exactly. And remember how Teacher Sam encourages you to create your own sentences?
Yeah.
In coding, that would be like coming up with your own projects.
Oh, that's cool.
Like building a website or a game or even a program that automates something you find boring.
So you're not just following instructions, you're actually creating something new.
You're a coder, not just a student.
That's powerful.
It really is. And it shows how important active engagement is for learning.
Yeah, you're not just passively absorbing information, you're actively applying it.
You're in control.
It makes you wonder, could you even use this to break bad habits?
Ooh, interesting thought.
Like procrastination, for example.
Okay.
Your vocabulary could be all those excuses you make.
Oh, I see.
And then you'd practice new ways to respond to those urges through, like, dialogues with yourself.
And the grammar could be the rules you set for yourself to help you stick to your new habits.
Yeah, like setting specific times for work or getting rid of distractions.
Or rewarding yourself for staying on track.
Exactly. It's like giving yourself a structure to support your new habits.
That's a whole new way to think about self-improvement.
It really is.
It's like Teacher Sam's method has given us a bunch of tools that we can use in all areas of life.
Totally. And it all comes down to This learning is best when it's engaging and meaningful, and you can actually use it in real life.
So true. Yeah.
Whether it's languages or coding or even breaking bad habits, those principles always apply.
So well said.
Yeah.
And as we wrap up our deep dive into Teacher Sam's world, we want to leave you with a challenge.
Okay, I like challenges.
Think about a skill you want to learn or a habit you want to change.
Okay.
Could you use this integrated, context-driven approach? How would you make it work for you?
That's a great challenge.
Give it a try and let us know what you discover.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if this could go beyond just language learning.
You know, it really does.
Like, could you use this for something like learning to code?
That's an interesting thought. Like coding. Think about it. You could start with the basic vocabulary of coding, like commands,
Yeah.
syntax, all the building blocks.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
But instead of just memorizing all those definitions, what if you jumped right into writing simple programs?
So you're using the code in a practical way from the very beginning.
Exactly. And just like those dialogues we talked about, you could have coding challenges
Okay,
that simulate real-world scenarios.
I like that.
Like imagine trying to build a simple calculator app or a program that sorts data.
So those coding terms would actually be tools for solving problems.
Right, not just abstract concepts.
That makes sense.
And the grammar of coding, all those rules and structures, you'd learn them by seeing them in action within those programs,
It's like learning grammar by reading a good book.
instead of just memorizing all the rules.
Exactly. And remember how Teacher Sam encourages you to create your own sentences?
Yeah.
In coding, that would be like coming up with your own projects.
Right, like you could build a website or a game or even just a program
Okay.
that automates some task you find super boring.
So you're not just following instructions, you're actually creating something new.
You're not just a coding student, you're a coder.
I love that idea.
It's really empowering, right?
Yeah, it really shows you how powerful active engagement is.
It's not just about passively absorbing information.
It's about applying what you've learned and making it your own.
You're in control of your learning.
It makes you wonder if you could even use this approach to break bad habits.
Oh, wow, that's a great point. Like, what if you could apply this to procrastination?
Exactly. Like,
Uh.
think about it. Your vocabulary could be all those excuses you tell yourself.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
I'll do it later. I'm too tired.
I work better under pressure.
All those classic procrastination lines. And then you could practice new ways to respond to those urges.
Like having a dialogue with yourself.
Exactly. You'd be challenging those old thought patterns and replacing them with more productive ones.
And the grammar could be the set of rules you create for yourself.
Like a structure to support your new habits.
Right. Maybe it's setting specific time blocks for work.
Or removing distractions.
Or rewarding yourself for staying on track.
It's like giving yourself a framework to make those new habits stick.
That's amazing. It's like a whole new way to think about self-improvement.
It really is. It's like Teacher Sam's method has opened up this whole toolkit of techniques
Yeah.
that we can use in so many different areas of our lives.
It's not just about language learning anymore.
It's about learning how to learn and how to grow.
And ultimately, it all comes down to this learning should be engaging and meaningful and connected to real life.
Exactly. Whether you're learning a new language or coding or even breaking bad habits.
Those principles always apply.
And that's something we can all benefit from.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Teacher Sam's world, we want to leave you with a challenge.
Okay, I'm ready.
Think about a skill you want to develop or a habit you want to change.
Okay.
Could you use this integrated, context-driven approach? How would you tailor it to your specific goal?
That's a great question for everyone to ponder.
We encourage you to give it a try and see what you discover, and let us know how it goes.
We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.